I did.
A cat, did you say?
Yes. I don't know if cats get excited, but it was best I could come up with under pressure. I should actually play Diablo 4 as a video. It's an incredible looking game. Like the start movie is amazing.
Oh man, Blizzard is back.
I'll skip it so you can't see what happened. So you get to enjoy it fully.
Thank you. I'm still tweeting, so I cannot see.
I cannot see. I've already automated tweeting.
There we go, tweeted.
Very quiet today. We've got energy, people.
Got energy, just waiting for other people to pitch up the viewing. Why is no one there? Did you put into Discord?
No, it does buzz everyone though.
Yeah, but only if they sign up for the roles. Maybe we should just sign everyone up for the role. Automagically. Oh, that's something on the roof.
10 seconds. Ready?
Okay.
This is the Xbox Cast.
Hello and welcome to Game Face by the Xbox Cast. This is where we talk about all our gaming adventures and hopefully keep you guys entertained as we talk nonsense for the next 2 hours or so. Joined with me today is Lee and Simone. My joke was so good I lost my train of thought. How are you
All the
doing?
nonsense, mate, made you laugh.
I know. I was just thinking, nonsense 2 hours? Man, I hit it bang on the nose, didn't I?
Some people
Very
say
good.
it's content.
Lee calls it content.
Content.
Content is king.
Exactly. Indeed, yes. I'm all right. How are you? How are you all
I'm
going?
good, thanks. I mean, all right, that's pretty quick. We need more than all right for this content that you so claim we have.
Oh, okay. Maybe we'll get better as we go on.
Oh, yeah. Okay, well, Lee searches for his content. Simone, how are you?
I'm pretty good, thanks. I have this weird whooshing sound in my ear every now and then, which is fun. Should I go to the doctor? I don't know.
I've had an itchy ear for like 2 or 3 weeks now.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
What does that usually mean for you? Is that common for you?
No idea. No, it's new. It's just
On the
really,
inside?
really itchy. Yep, like really, really itchy. It's really annoying.
So for my dad and me, that means that we're getting sick. But if you've had it for 2 or 3 weeks, that's weird.
Yeah. I don't know if you
Yeah.
noticed last week on the podcast, I was scratching my ear. Someone who was it commented? Someone commented. Cooper commented in the chat.
Oh, yeah.
It said sort of scratching your ear or something. I was like, it's just driving me nuts. It was at the time.
Yep. You know, when you're in the shower, you just angle your ear towards like the
some warm
hardest
water.
squirt.
Oh, okay.
It's good.
Okay. Just itches your ear.
Try
for you.
that.
Okay.
Try
I'll try
that.
that. Yeah, it's exciting.
Top tip of the week.
Man,
Yeah.
that has nothing to do with Xbox, but what a good tip.
There you go.
You're
Getting there
welcome.
early.
Change your guy's life.
One ear at a time.
Hey, that's what we intend to do. That should maybe be our new slogan. We'll change your life one ear at a
Ear at a
time.
time. Yes.
Oh yeah.
Imagine if you had
Pretty
both
clever.
ears in, both headphones in. How much would happen then?
Oh,
You
man.
sounded so Irish just then.
Irish.
But I think that's a great tagline, Kyle.
Change it one
Because
ear at a
we're an
time.
audio podcast.
Yes.
Yeah, we pretend to be with all our streaming setup.
Yes, right. Yeah. All my buttons. Yeah.
Yes, so many buttons for the non-audio part of
My
it.
ring lights.
Ah, yeah. How's your influencer light going?
It's good. It's well trained, well behaved. Does its job. Doesn't mess around. Doesn't interrupt me. Doesn't fall over or anything when it's playing. You know, that sort of stuff. Doesn't kind of.
Doesn't interrupt you.
Yes.
Oh, that's good.
That's the worst. You don't want a ring light interrupting you while you're streaming. Like, it's the worst.
No, that's right.
You're
I'm
right,
trying to
Kyle.
think of a pun. But the only thing I can think of is, what's it going to do? Ring you?
It might lighten the mood.
Ah, there we go.
Oh, that's a much better one.
Yep. There you go.
Well done.
Thanks.
We made it.
And how are you, Kyle?
I think I'm good. I've just eaten a whole bunch of pulled pork, so I'm pretty happy.
I can have a snooze soon.
Oh, yeah, totally. Cannot wait for this to be over so I can just go have a good nap.
Have a snooze. Excellent. Well, it's very calm. So should we just get into games then? We seem very calm today, don't we?
Yeah, we are. We're a bit low energy, I think, because all the excitement has taken us this weekend, hasn't it? Mostly. For Lee, it has. I know that. But
Oh, yes. Yeah.
Oh.
Okay. Well, I'm semi excited. I played a new game this week, and actually, we all have. We all started a new game this week.
Yes.
Ooh.
Mine's the best game though, ever.
I may have stats that disagree.
Oh,
Ooh.
okay.
oh, here we go.
Ew.
Before we get into what games we've played, we just need to remind people about Back to Your Backlog because there seems to be some confusion going on here between Lee, Jester, and maybe even Scarred for Life.
What are you talking
They
about?
seem to think Diablo 4 releasing on June the 1st can be a Back to Your Backlog
No, but
game.
it was pre-purchased.
No, but listen to
Nope.
me. The point of Back to Your
Pre-purchased.
Backlog
Played it already.
is we keep saying we are here to make people better people. We're here to
Yes.
make
Hey,
better
no.
person.
So in my defense, making me playing Diablo makes me a better person.
We are making the listeners.
Makes me a better sorceress.
We are here to make people better people
Yep.
by actually getting stuck into their backlogs and playing games that they have forgotten that they've had, or maybe that they've forgotten that they want.
Wait a minute, I've got Diablo 4, just remembered.
Remember the last time I dared to go out the lines of a competition and I had the end of it.
Yep.
Months.
Okay. I know I have another point, guys. Now last year it was touted that for some members of the community, not the closest members, the hog guys
The fringe.
really enjoy Back to Your Backlog. It gives them a reason to go back to those old games. Now you guys are supposed to be setting an example.
Yeah,
for
but
these
Diablo
hog
4.
people.
Yeah, but Diablo 4.
It's not an argue. I think you need to learn how to argue better.
Lee on the debate team, they're like, and we conclude this debate with this argument. And Lee goes, no, you don't.
No, you're wrong.
Yeah.
It's coffee.
It's basically if you can sit back and you're looking at the game and you say the phrase, I've been wanting to do this. If that applies to the game, it counts.
Oh.
I've been wanting, not I want to. I've been wanting to do this.
The problem is we've
and
been
it counts.
talking about Diablo 4 for how long, Carl?
Yeah, see, I've been wanting to play Diablo 4
Yes.
ever since Diablo 3 came out.
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
I've been wanting to play it since
Fine.
Diablo 2.
I've been wanting to play before Diablo was even out.
That's right. I thought Diablo when I was born.
Okay, fine. Yeah, fine.
So the problem is I was actually not that bothered until I played it. That's the issue.
Yep.
I was a bit on the fence until I played it and then went,
been-
actually, this is quite good.
You've been sold.
Well, okay, look, I will concede with you about playing Diablo during June for Back to Your Backlog, because I will be playing Diablo during June for not for Back to Your Backlog, but I'll be playing it as well.
Yes.
But he'll be playing it offline. So no one can tell.
But I'm
No.
also playing another game for Back to Your Backlog, a game that's actually in my backlog.
oh,
what are you
sure,
playing?
I'm going to play other games as well. Definitely.
Anything from your backlog or just new games that
Well,
you
no, Mass
stumble
Effect. I'm going to
upon?
finish off the Mass Effect 1. That's my plan.
Your plan?
Yep.
One.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
So play the story of Mass Effect 1, not all the achievements, because there's lots of achievements in that game.
Yep.
But do the
Yeah.
story.
Definitely.
There you go.
What are you playing again, Carl?
I'm torn between Gears Tactics and actually
yes.
finishing that off, or actually getting stuck in and finishing off Cyberpunk.
Oh, okay. So for both of you, it's for finishing a game.
It's finishing a game I've started yet. It's not starting a game I've purchased. That's next year's problem.
That's when you play Diablo
Okay. Yeah.
The problem with Diablo
Okay.
4 is that it's going to become the new Destiny from everything I've seen.
4. Mate, it's so good.
I'm so excited.
It's so
yeah,
good.
no idea.
It broke me.
Oh.
I forgot to eat. I just started playing it.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. That was Sunday. I was talking about. So on Saturday I played it for like an hour or so, but I had to go out at 1 o'clock. I was supposed to go out about midday.
Yep.
And I was playing it, going, I'll go out after this. I'll just do this. And then at 1 o'clock I was like, I actually need to stop now and go out because I have stuff to do. Like I can't actually keep playing this game. So like first two, you had to get to level 20. I got to level like 14 in the first sitting.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Pretty good.
Not obsessed at all. And it was interesting because then I was playing. So I spoke to Diabolic Jester, and we couldn't play that morning. It didn't work out. Time he was just disappearing as I was going online. I said, "Oh, tomorrow we'll do it." So literally at about 10:30, 11 o'clock, we jumped on, and then at 2:30, I was like, "I need to stop now to eat some food. I'm really hungry." I had breakfast at like 7:30 when I got with the dog, and then just kept going, basically.
That's amazing.
Yeah, and Dar was just saying, I need to go to bed because I don't know what time it was at 2:30, but it was kind of,
Oh,
it was
wow.
bedtime for him. So yeah, and quite interestingly, we both played quite differently as well when we played on our own because he got to about level. I was at level 20 when I caught up with him, but he was on level 19 when I caught up with him, like the next day on that Sunday. Because I'd put on 5 levels on my own that morning, just doing stuff. But I'd discovered I hadn't actually done anything he'd been doing. I'd done like a stronghold. I did all these side missions, all this. I was kind of just going from A to B, but I was doing every single mission as I was going down. as you do in open world. But he's doing the main stories. And he was like, I was stuck on the main story, so I went and helped him on the main story, which is way ahead of where I was. Because you can jump in and help. And it still sticks as well. Like, if I went back and played, I would have completed that mission. So as soon as you load it, you go, oh, you've already done that, so you just get the bonus for completing that achievement or that mission or whatever. So,
Very nice.
Oh, cool.
yeah, so that was quite cool. It's so good. It's amazing. And it's so smooth as well. Server Slam, I think it's lies. I think there's like 10 people playing it. There's no trouble. It's literally, you log in and it comes up with queue less than 1 minute and you're in. That's to get to your character. And then you kind of look at your character. That's that screenshot I was showing you of the girl walking around, that video I took. Then you go, right, I want to start playing. And it says queue less than 1 minute and then you're in and you're playing.
Nice.
And it was smooth. It was silky smooth. It was so nice to play.
So how are the controls? Are they twin stick shooting like Ascent, or is it...
It's not as hectic. It's not like Ascent, because in Ascent you end up walking towards stuff all the time. It feels slightly different. It is twin stick, but not to that extent.
Okay.
Because also I'm using, one of my main attacks were a bolt lightning attack, which you stand in the right direction, shoot it, and you're basically standing. And it works really well with him being a thief. He's close up fighting, and I'm stood back. And he does all the like messing around. I just shoot a bolt lightning, and then it bounces off everybody and kills people.
Chain lightning.
Chain lightning, yeah. So I was doing chain lightning, and also throwing out my Hydra, firehead Hydra things. So all my stuff is range attacks.
Nice.
So I don't really run around at stuff as such. There's no me hitting things. It's all me just stood back and kind of like basically killing all the little minions. It's amazing. This chain lightning is amazing. It just wipes out rooms. On my own, I could go in and take out a room of like 20 people quite easily.
Very
Nice.
Yeah. I was doing level stuff like, I was level 17 at one point doing killing level 19 like bosses. A couple of levels ahead of me, and it was fine. It was me on my own, little sorceress, and as long as I don't stand still, I'm fine. Because I'm obviously not good at defense as such, because I don't really have. But I can set myself on fire, which was fun. So I'd set myself on fire and run through the baddies and set them all on fire and then run through them. That's quite cool. So I'm protected and
neat.
setting them on fire at the same time. That was quite cool. Quite a cool game.
Oh, cool.
Yeah,
Nice.
controls-wise are fine. So I end up using like 3 or 4 different spells in the end. You have like, I think every single button, triggers, buttons, A, X, Y, B, all do something. But I end up just pressing A, which is a little mini fireball. I think B was a lightning, and then trigger was a Hydra. And that was kind of all I was doing. I was comboing that because that worked. I didn't really need the rest of the stuff.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
So how do you target the different enemies? So you want to target the dude on the...
So my little fireball was literally just pointing in the right direction.
Oh, yeah.
But they stop you when I was firing it. I stand still. I can't run and do it.
Okay.
Whereas chain lightning, I could run and shoot at the same time. But that was a direction that doesn't matter because that's almost heat seeking. Like as long as you're in the right direction, it will go and get whatever's near you. So the actual aiming was nowhere near like that's. I suppose it's not like Anthem because you don't really have to aim as such. Not Anthem.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, not Anthem. The other game. Yeah, it just works really well. Like controls feel great. Like it feels good. It looks beautiful. It's a beautiful looking game as well. Like it's an amazing looking game.
Everything I've seen about it just looks incredible. It looks really good. Oh my word.
Yeah.
You know, you need a necromancer on your team.
Ah, yes. Well, so Diablo just played Necromancer first time round.
Oh, yes.
And he said it was fun. Like he said it was good. Yeah, because you have but they nerfed it quite a lot.
Yeah, I heard that they nerfed it, and that then on Sunday US time, like after lunch, they then did a server-side update to unnerf some of the skeletons from the Necromancer.
So that was the problem. So
Interesting.
all the support guys that the Necromancer bring up were really, really powerful in the first beta, like ridiculously powerful. So Necromancer just brings up a bunch of skellies and then sends them in and just stands there. And because they're really high hits. But now they die quite quickly, the skellies. And that's what they did. They tweaked the skellies so they don't last as long. Or whatever your random thing you're bringing up to help you. Yeah. And that's what everyone's complaining about. But then they were overpowered. So, that's what they're going to do, wasn't they? They're going to tweak them. They can't leave them overpowered.
I mean, even the creative director of Diablo 4, Rod Ferguson, even he said he was feeling the necro nerf this weekend.
Interesting.
He probably made a few calls, which is why Sunday afternoon, when, after Sunday lunch, you sit down getting ready to play. That's probably why they tweaked the server side for the skellies. Because he made a couple calls, I bet. And he's like, look, guys, this is my Sunday. You got to pull some finger quick. I want to play and feel awesome.
Brilliant.
Yeah, I can see why, though. I think it's good to balance it, like having them too powerful.
Yeah. And I reckon there's going to be heaps of patches for Diablo while they balance all the
Yes.
characters once
Yeah.
17,000 million people jump into the game.
Oh, so we hit the there's a world event every 3 hours.
Oh, yeah.
It's amazing. It's like Final Fantasy Online. It's that sort of style, with Emily plays.
Mm.
So because normally you're quite close in when you're shooting or fighting, and it zooms out so you can see the big monster guy, the big dragony guy.
Oh, yes.
And there was about 10 of us, probably. Maybe there wasn't enough, but there's about 10 of us all fighting against this thing. And we took off a quarter of its health in 10 minutes. And then it ends. It's like, 15 minutes. I think it's a 15 minutes you have to kill it. And we took a quarter of its health. Like, we're
Man.
not hurting it at all. Like, it's insane, this thing.
Oh, that's fantastic.
Yeah, so I think that'll be fun to once you get souped up. Because that's level 25. And the most you could be is 20. And I was 20, and I think Diablo Jester was 20. But who knows what the other guys were. So you need to be, I think we need to be like around about its same sort of level to actually do some decent damage to it to kill it off.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
Man, that sounds cool.
It was fun, yeah, it was really cool. And when you get there, it's like this like skin in the ground almost, like bubbling skin in the ground. And it's got
Cool.
a countdown coming down, and you kind of walk up to it. It's in a snowy area, and there's real weird skin. And then it comes out of this skin, and the camera zooms out, and you've got this massive thing, which is like, I don't know, 30, 40 times bigger than you. It's huge. Like, you stand under it. So the best place to stand is underneath it at its feet. And you can quite easily fit 3 or 4 people underneath its feet, between its legs. Because it does this like weird wide attack that does like a snow kind of fire attack thing, which does a sweeping attack. And the best place to be is underneath it, because it can't get it. Obviously, it's not going to get underneath itself. So there's a whole bunch of us stood underneath it. But the problem is then he does a bite attack where he jumps and then does a bite. So you've got to be real quick to get out of the way, because he'll jump and bite where he was standing. So the amount of times you kind of go, oh, right, I survived that. Oh, then he got me because he bit me and you died.
Man.
Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting.
It's
So
cool.
every 3 hours. That sounds fantastic.
Every 3 hours. Yeah, that's right. That's what they're doing for the beta.
That's like that event that they had in Destiny. You just kind of pitch up on a planet and there'd be
That's right.
that random event.
Yep,
that would
exactly.
appear.
Yep. And there's a whole bunch of little events as well that happen. Like we bumped into a whole bunch of events of kind of smaller stuff happening, but they're all just in bubbles and kind of different areas. And there's like a chest pops up at the end. You get your loot and stuff like that. Tons of
nice.
loot. Lots and lots of loot.
In terms of the story that you're going through for the Server Slam, is it like Act 1?
Yes.
Or is it just
it's Act 1, yeah.
Okay.
But I kind of stopped doing the story. I just started doing all the side events because I don't want to play the story properly when I get to actually enjoy it. So I was just kind of skipping the story until I got to a point where I got more access to stuff. And the world's massive. Like, it's insanely big.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Man. Do you think your character is going to transfer over when you play the
No,
real
it
game?
resets. No, it resets.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Yeah, all start again.
Oh, brilliant.
But I get bonus. What do I get? Like an animal or something? Like a backpack and an animal? There's like a bunch of random stuff that you get for.
Yeah, you
for
get
getting to
all
level
the
20.
cool looking stuff
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
to put on your head.
I wanted to
You can
get
cook-
the. If you kill off the world boss, then you've got something else as well. But we didn't ever do that. But if you did that, there was another bonus for doing that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
Just, I don't know how many hours, might be 6, 7 hours probably. In the weekend.
So you really took the Server Slam to heart.
Oh,
You're
yeah.
like, I'm going to personally slam the
slammed that
server.
Yep. And it didn't care. There was a few glitches here and there, but nothing really serious. Like when me and Diablo was just running along, he would disappear and then appear ahead of me.
Okay.
So
like
I'd lose it. But
glitches.
in fights, it was fine. In fights, there was no weirdness in fights. It was just purely going around places. It would jump around a bit. But
Oh, brilliant. But I mean, that's Diablo's bread and butter, isn't it? After World of Warcraft and Diablo and...
yeah, that's right. It's it felt like World of Warcraft. That's what it felt like, yeah.
Cool. Oh,
Yeah.
I'm so excited.
It's very
I
cool.
cannot wait.
And the amount of stuff you can do to your gear is insane as well. Like, it's ridiculous amount of stuff you can do to your gear.
Cool.
Because we were messing around with the jewels, and you can upgrade. You get like 3 chipped rubies, and you'll get like a cracked ruby. You know, that kind of thing happens.
Yep.
But also, you can upgrade your rings and your call them necklaces, but they're not necklaces. Called something else.
Amulets.
Amulets. You can upgrade the magical values of those as well in the gem place. So it's different. So it's like a smithy thing, but in smithies you can upgrade your gear.
Yep.
Well, there you can actually upgrade your magical items as well, like your rings and stuff. And also you can add sockets to stuff as well.
Ah,
And I was
cool.
like, that's really cool. So if you go, right, I really like this ring, and it's a quite high level ring. It's like a level 40 ring. I really like it. It hasn't got a socket, and it's got good base stuff. You can add sockets to it, and then you can add rings to it.
Okay, and if I recall the previous Diablo, you didn't have a choice about what did and didn't have a socket. Is that correct?
I don't know.
Am
I
I
don't remember that as an option.
Remembering?
Yeah, I don't
Okay.
think you could add sockets to items in Diablo 3, but they may have changed that with a couple patches.
Right.
It's
Okay.
a really nice option because it obviously costs quite a bit of money. But if you've got gear that's like, oh, this is going to bonuses on my chain lightning, then you want to keep that ring, don't you? So you then boost it up as much as you possibly can. So
Yeah, definitely.
yeah, so you can do some really cool builds, I reckon, if you
Oh,
find out
man.
what the decent jewels are and whatever. And you get like skulls you can put in instead of rubies as well.
Ah, yes.
Yeah, so you get like chipped skulls which you can put into your gear.
Did Diablo 3 have skulls or not? Because I remember skulls were a
Skulls in
Diablo
your.
2
I didn't know
thing.
you could do it in your gear though. It was always
I
jewels.
is it something you maybe get later because I've only played 3 and I don't remember skulls.
I
No.
remember getting skulls in Diablo 2, but I think Diablo 3 took the skulls away.
It was just weird because what it was, I can't remember what bonus it was. I think it was a health bonus or something.
Oh,
It was
interesting.
quite a good bonus.
Hmm,
Yeah.
good. I
You
can
can
see how
change-
your weekend just disappeared.
Oh yeah, because at one point we stopped playing and just was like, right, let's dig into because we picked up all this gear. And well, let's actually spend some of this money because I had like 80,000 coins or something at one point. I was like, right, let's spend some money, let's buy some gear and actually have a play because it didn't
Oh, yeah.
matter. So you put a sock into something, you don't really care, you do it, just find
Yeah.
what it does. Yeah, so that was really cool to do that and not actually go, oh, I'm going to waste like 40,000 gold or something.
Yeah.
But then you pick up so much gear. Like there's just insane amount of gear you pick up. And we were kind of picking up gear, filling up inventory, then teleporting back as you do, the whole circle teleport, sell all the gear, sort of gear out, go back to where we were and then continue fighting. So you just do that. So that's really handy as well because you're like, oh, actually I was going to go back and get some health potions or do something like that.
Oh,
Like, there's a
man.
whole bunch of...
Yep, that's the core gameplay loop of Diablo.
That's right, yeah.
You fight until your inventory's full, and then you
Yeah,
go back, sell
sell
it,
all the gear, upgrade it.
come
do it.
back, kill everyone all over again.
Yep,
Just fill up the gear, go back,
go back.
swap your gear out, upgrade your character, then jump back into the fight. It's such a satisfying gameplay loop.
It is. It's so good. It's quite cool. So if you, so what I was doing was anything that wasn't rare or yellow, I was keeping everything yet rare and taking it to the blacksmith and getting him to break it down. So if you do that, you get you can change your items, the look of your items with that as well. So you might get like a few bits of like coal or whatever, iron or something. But you also get like you can modify your gear. So you have this like, it doesn't matter what you're wearing, a bit like Destiny, it doesn't matter what you're wearing, but I want to look like this, sort of style.
Oh, so like transmog.
Yeah, transmog, yeah.
Yes, yep.
Yeah, no, that's actually a cool idea because my girl actually didn't look like that. If I did using her actual outfit, her helmet was right, her helmet was okay, but the rest of the gear was actually stuff I'd picked.
Oh, yeah, so it looks like a clown.
So she doesn't look like a clown. That's why I did it. She would have looked like a clown possibly.
Nice. But the clown builds are the best.
I know
Because
they're the best.
You run through and you look like an absolute idiot, and then you find new stuff and it starts to look cool. And
does
then as soon as you go to a new place, all your cool stuff suddenly.
And then they bring out
That's
DLC,
clown.
yeah, and they break all your gear, and you're like, oh no, all my gear's rubbish again now. Yeah.
The clown cycle in these games is just fantastic.
Yeah, but I think it works. Destiny 2 looks better though. The clown doesn't really exist because you're wearing the gear kind of suits. It doesn't have like bright green and bright yellow and bright purple gear. It's just
Speak for
it's just
yourself.
good
I
gear.
ran into looking like a clown a
okay.
couple
You
times.
maybe you're just embracing the clown.
I do just embrace the clown.
Just embrace the clown. Sounds good. That sounds really cool. Like it's all voiced all the way through it, which is nice as well. They've spent the time to do
cool.
all that. So
So in other words, it's Blizzard quality.
it's up there, yeah, and it's not broken like Destiny, Diablo 3.
Oh, brilliant.
So
Well,
that's the biggest thing. I think you're just sitting there and
not
playing and go,
broken in inverted
not
commas.
broken, yeah. And I really enjoyed playing on my own. I found Diablo 3 a bit boring playing on my own, but I actually quite liked playing through Diablo 4.
Yeah, Diablo 3 playing on your own, you kind of do it one time with the character to do the story, and then you kind of realize that it's made more for friends.
Yeah,
Yeah, so I suppose they're leaning that more into Diablo 4, is that you can do it alone, and with friends it's just as good.
yeah. Me and Diablo just were great. It was really good fun, especially because we had really complementing like characters as well. And he was really struggling to
Cool.
kill this boss off, and we did die maybe twice trying to kill the boss off. But in the end, we worked out like a routine of him dying and me staying alive, and that seemed to work. And not saving him when he dies, because that was what was killing me. He's so he plays. That's how he plays. He always dies. So you just got to let him die and then continue killing stuff until there's a good opportunity to res him again.
Right.
He's a shocker for dying, though. He's so bad at dying all the time. Like, bro, your health's at half. You're just walking around like normal. His health is at half. I was like, can you just, like, can you please heal yourself now?
I do that.
Oh, it's shocking. Because then when we get something big, like there's a world event happens, he's already at half health. He's already struggling like, before you even start. And then he dies. You're like, bro, can you just heal yourself?
Yep.
So, but I want to come back and get all my health back. I was like, yeah, but I have to resurrect you.
Yep. Oh, that's funny.
No, so I'm always fully, because you're always picking up health potions. There's tons of health potions around. And when you're fighting bigger characters, they drop health potions when you're fighting them. So you get a couple. So that's quite good. So you know you can still heal yourself and as long as you're making damage, you'll get health potions off them. So that's kind of handy to know that it'll keep going.
So it's not like Diablo 3 where when you go over the health potion, the health potion heals you.
No, you carry 4.
Activate it?
And then in the end we carried 5 because we picked up some bonus, but we had 4 potions.
Okay, so you have to activate the potions.
You have to activate them, yes.
Like in number 2. Because number 3, the whole idea was as you push forward, so the enemies drop those health globs. And if you just go forward and you absorb the health globs, your health stays at maximum.
No, it's back to 2 then.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Man, that's like they've taken the best parts of 2 and just decided to make a real game.
And you can spend time investigating how to make your health potions better by upgrading them. So it's the same health potion, but then it will give you 80 health back. On like it starts off as a weak health potion, and it starts off as a not as weak health potion. I don't know what the naming is, but you know it kind of goes through. And I still took mine a couple levels, so health potions were doing like not a lot of health to like healing me up completely. So that was kind of handy. There was.
So that's funny. So you go, this health potion hasn't changed, but I've figured out how to drink it properly.
Better. Exactly. Yes, I added some brandy to it or something. Yeah.
Shot of brandy. There we go. That's much better. Now I feel healthy.
We're in 2023. You added electrolytes.
Oh, electrolytes. That's right. Sorry. Yes.
Yep.
It's basically Gatorade. That's all we're drinking. Yeah, it's cool. I think the multiplayer works quite well as well. Like you can just jump into each other's games. There's no real big drama with that.
Oh, that's
good. And it's easy. There's lots of other people running around doing their own thing, so you kind of end up helping each other out. Destiny 2 style. Cool. So that's kind of handy. So if there's a world event on, or even just normally, you can actually help each other out as well, which is quite cool.
So if there's a world event, does it pull people into the same instance, or how does it work?
I don't know. So we obviously picked up the big world event boss, and there was a whole bunch of people in the city near it. And we're like, oh, this is cool. Everyone's kind of, gearing up to go. Then we went over there, and there was about 6 people there. We're like, what's going on? So I was like, oh, I actually want to go and just quickly get all my health potion soup. So I had 1 missing or something. From the walk to the thing would take some damage. I said, well, I just made like a teleport, went back. And there must have been like 20 or 30 people in the village, in the city.
Huh.
I was like, oh, they must be waiting to come along. And they never did. So I don't know whether they were in a different instance because they were in the city or because it changes when you go outside or something. I don't know what happened.
Yeah, maybe the city is kind of like the tower in Destiny 2. And then when you go out, it's your own instance with your own characters.
Because your character changes stance from walking around with hands in pockets, basically, to having like... I had a wand and a kind of a focus thing, which is like a skull or something that helped me do. Yep. So my guy immediately got at that as soon as he put his hands and everything out. As soon as he went outside. Yeah. So
while he was wandering around the city, hands in pockets, just sauntering around.
Yeah, that's
right. And then as soon as you leave, you pull the axe out from who knows where, and suddenly it's time to fight.
No, you can see it on my belt. It's hanging on my belt, my skull.
Oh yeah, okay. So you're not putting them in your pockets.
No.
In case the vendors are like, oh,
it's more like a Batman kind of belt.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
An everything belt.
Everything belt, yes. Yeah, it's really easy though. What I thought about was it's really easy to find new gear and work out what's not good and what's bad. Like it just you look at a guy, yeah, that's rubbish. Or it's quite quick to go through your gear. There's not too much studying and stuff going on, which is nice. Sometimes you pick up a gear and go, that's better than my last gear, and then that's it. There's no mucking around.
Absolutely agree.
You don't want to spend a half an hour going and reading all the stats and going, oh, no, what's this? And
this gives bonus to this, but this takes away bonus from that.
Yeah, and then if I do that, it will affect this. I've got to change my hat because it doesn't suit my shoes. And you're like,
oh, nice.
Yeah. Yes. So you just look at it and go, well, it's level 20 and I'm using level 17 gear. It's better. Change it. Like that. It's as simple as that sometimes. Yeah. I picked up a nice legendary dagger or something at one point that was nice, and that has way too many stats on it. And then I added 2 gems to it to add even more stats to it. I was like, yeah, this is so legendary gear does have a bit more stuff on it, but the normal gear is pretty kind of obvious. And And there's all these
Nice.
bonuses all the time walking around for kind of picking up gear or going to places. I got like, how was it, 1,000 minions killed or something bonus? And that gives you gear for doing that, or gives you like a something for doing it. So there's always little
cool.
challenges happening as well. Yeah.
Oh my word, that sounds fantastic.
I know. I got to 1,000. I was like, that's amazing. I've done 1,000 kills in 2 sessions. That's incredible.
Yep.
It sounds like it's just a game that wants to keep you playing.
Yes. Just do this. Just look at this. Oh, just go down here.
Yeah.
What's
I may
wrong?
need to bring my leave a bit forward before we go to Bali and then just spend a couple of days playing Diablo 4.
It will suck you in because obviously the story keeps you on as well. There's always these little quests, side quests, plus the main stories and stuff kicking on. So,
Brilliant.
yeah,
Oh,
cool.
I'm so
It's
excited.
real
I
fun.
cannot wait.
real fun. Yeah.
Oh, less than a month to go.
And hopefully it will work on day 1 as well, which would be nice.
Well, maybe not for us.
Oh, we're on the 2nd, aren't we? I think it's a worldwide release. That's what
Yeah.
David Jester was saying. He says it's everyone's exactly the same day. So we'll get pushed back to the States, I guess.
Yeah, probably state time. But that means, yeah, maybe 3 a.m. on Tuesday morning.
Mm-hmm.
We'll be able to log in. Oh, yeah.
We'll go to bed early, eh?
I can be sick on Tuesday, I think. oh, man. Here's a 15-day cough that's developing.
And I went, at the end of playing it on the Sunday afternoon, I bought the Deluxe edition.
Welcome, brother.
The Deluxe edition.
The Deluxe edition, yes.
Oh yeah.
The full,
Welcome to the family.
everything, yes. I was going to buy the second one because that gives you. That was for the first. I was like, I might as well get on the first. What's pay another $20 to get the first one, and then it was another $20 again to get. I was like, oh, just do it. Oh, well.
So it worked.
It did work. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that plan worked really well. Yeah,
Are you stoked, Kyle?
I'm so happy.
it's
This
so
is-
good, mate. Yeah, I was kind of vaguely because I hate being excited about a game, getting it, and going, oh, okay. So I was holding
Yeah.
it back until I actually played it and went, actually, no, this has done really well. They've done a really good job. It just
Well,
felt more
he was-
exciting than Diablo 3. I think that was half of it. Like the actual gameplay was way more exciting.
Yeah.
Cool.
No, I'm excited because Lee was always like, no, he's not going to buy it because it's going to come onto Game Pass.
Mm-hmm.
I blame
And
the
then
Brits.
he'll just wait until, it either comes onto Game Pass or gets released, and then he might pick it up depending on the reviews. And after one weekend with the beta, the Server Slam, he's just like, take my money. What else do you want?
The game's finished as well. Like it's finished. It's ready to go.
Nice.
Oh,
Yeah,
nice.
that was what was nice to play it. And actually, there's no weird. Oh no, there's one error. I found one problem with it. My screen kept going dark. So you're walking through something dark, and my screen goes dark all of a sudden. And I found if I went to the map and waited on the map for a few seconds and went back again, the screen would lighten up. Do you know when the video was being really dark?
Yeah.
I think it was something to do with that. I think it was a bug there for that.
Interesting. Check your TV to make sure it's not on environmental saving mode.
It's nothing to do with the TV, no. Because if I went to the map on the game, it went bright again. And
But
I
I've
went-
noticed that
It's
on
not the
the-
TV, because if I went back to Xbox, it was fine. It was literally just that. That was the issue. It was
Yeah.
just in game.
it's got Dolby Vision in it, eh? Or is it HDR10?
I'm not sure. I don't know.
Okay. Double check, because I noticed that when certain games, when you get to a certain area, it seems to kick the dimness in on the TV.
No, it's nothing to do with that. It was just purely it was a bug because if I went back to the map, see, it would be fine for like half an hour, and then I might
Yep.
do something, and then it will go funny, and then I go
Yep.
back to the map, and then it'll be fine again. And it was
Yeah,
a game
no,
bug. It wasn't like it wasn't
no,
a
so-
TV setting.
It's
I
a
think
bug
no.
in the
What
game.
Carl's saying? How do you know that it's a game bug for certain?
No,
Because
it's a bug
nothing
in the
else.
game
It's a bug in the
Oh.
game.
that's messing with the Dolby Vision or the HDR encoding
Oh,
to the TV.
Yeah.
So it's a game bug, but the way you get around it is you turn off the environmental mode on the TV. So it's got automatic dimming depending on the light in the room. Sometimes that's on, even if that's on auto or if that's on low, the bug in the game will sometimes do this. I've noticed this on some HDR games.
My TV's on game mode,
Yes.
like blind
And
me
sometimes-
mode. It's on that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And if you have a look, the environmental mode might be on low. But
Okay.
I've noticed a few
I've
games.
never
this
seen this
bug.
before ever. I've never seen it before in any game. So
Yeah, okay, well, just have a look.
I won't. I'm going to look on the first. If it happens in Diablo, I'll do look again. I was actually trying to find a way of actually posting it as a bug into Diablo 4. But I couldn't work it out. Like, there's because normally you're on the beta. If you see any issues, go here.
Yeah. Or there's like a feedback button or something.
Yeah, no, I couldn't find anything at all. I did a search around the website. It doesn't even show up as an Xbox game on the Diablo website for some reason. There's like PC and something else and no Xbox. I was like, well, how is this?
That's
how's this
amazing.
working? Yeah.
They're keeping that under wraps
That's
until
right.
the
It's a
deal is
secret,
done.
yes. Because it's going on Game Pass. That's why it's Day One Game Pass. They've just not told us yet.
Oh yeah.
It'll be hilarious if they do shadow drop Diablo on Game Pass.
Oh, so when's the big event? 15th, isn't it?
Yeah. But if they release it on because Diablo comes out on the 6th of June.
Yeah.
And they just
So-
go, oh yeah, Day One Game Pass on the 6th. Whoops, look at that.
Yeah.
Now, that'd be pretty funny.
It would be funny. Yes. But no, that was the only bug I could find actually was that. But it was fine because I could get around it quite quickly. Like it wasn't a big issue. It was just a couple seconds to fix it and it was off again. Or just playing in the dark. I actually pulled the curtains at one point because it was easier than trying to work out what to do because it was quite dark anyway. Once you get into one of the dungeons, they're really dark, so you just pull the curtains. It's just easier.
Yeah. But, that sounds fantastic. I'm so excited.
Yes, it's very good.
If it's impressed Lee, then it must be a good game. A good
Yeah,
Diablo
I
game.
think I've been looking for a decent game to play and get into, so it's been good.
Nice.
I do feel sorry for any of our listeners that don't care about Diablo 2. I mean Diablo, sorry. This is gonna be like Destiny 2.
Yeah, make break us. Yeah,
Yeah.
we've already been talking about it for half an hour. We were worried about it. It's fine.
Yeah, I mean, it's only been 20 minutes. It's fine.
That's what I've been playing this weekend.
Just one game.
No, I actually played 2 other games as well, but briefly. But yeah, I did play a couple games.
Cool. Well, let's shift away from Diablo, as Simone has said, that maybe some people aren't super excited about it. And tell us what you've been playing, Simone.
Okay, so I must admit that I forgot, I was very quickly reminded on Discord this week that I had promised that I would never play Red Dead Redemption 2,
Oh, yes.
and here we are.
Okay, why did you promise you'd never play it?
I think I had decided that I'm never going to be at a time in my life where I would have time to play a game like that.
Okay.
And I still agree with that statement. But I'm just going to do it anyway. And I think I'm not worried about finishing the game. I've started it,
Yep.
and I'm not going to promise that I'll ever finish it, which is fine.
No, that's fine. I mean, you can play it. It can be pitched up in June next year.
Exactly.
You've played number 1.
Yep.
And you
A lot.
finished the whole story of that, eh?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Now, number 2, how does it compare?
It's hard to say. Oh no, actually, it's not. I've played an hour. I played 2 hours.
Okay.
It's very similar. It's very familiar. It's easy to get into. There's some changes, like you used to be able to hold all your weapons.
Mhm.
Now you can only hold so much, and your horse holds all your weapons. So before you hop off your horse, you decide which weapons to bring with you, which is very cool. But the whole game is designed to be very lifelike.
Okay.
So any change they've made, I think it's because they wanted to make it more lifelike.
So it's super realistic.
It's so realistic. I feel like I'm playing a movie.
Man.
Yeah, it's really good. And there are times where it feels so realistic, I don't feel like I'm in a movie. I feel like I'm in real life. And I'll tell you why. Early on, you don't play John Marsden, who is the guy that you play in the first game. You play a gang buddy of his. And Lee, I'm not sure if you know this, but Red Dead 2 is actually set before Red Dead 1. Yep.
Yeah, there's a whole
So this
conversation
is-
about playing that first before playing Red Dead, actually.
Eh,
Because of the way it
I
ends or
wouldn't.
something. Because of it ends.
because of the way number 2
Yeah,
ends.
because it leads on to 1.
Oh, right.
So,
Okay.
so it kind of makes sense to play the second one first.
Okay. I know that I'd forgotten where it came chronologically. So you're not playing John Marsden, you're playing a gang buddy of his called Arthur. And early...
Because John's in it, isn't he?
He is.
Yeah.
So at the very beginning, when you're still learning the controls, you have to actually go on a quick rescue mission to go rescue John
Huh.
because he
Okay.
went and got himself into some trouble.
Oh, idea.
So yeah, now where was I going with that? Oh yeah, so where you start off on the map and everything's snowing. In fact, you have to take cover because you're in a blizzard.
Mm-hmm.
And on your way to go save John Marsden, you get to a point on the mountain where the horses can't continue. You have to hop off. And the guy I'm with, Dutch, he's in front of me. I hop off my horse, and his horse just decides to do a quick defecation there in the snow. And no, I'm not joking. I've never seen this in a game. And it's just such a, well, why wouldn't it?
Yeah, it's a normal thing to do, yeah.
That's right. And that's felt like real life. It blew my mind.
The
That
detail,
sounds
yeah.
amazing.
Yeah, I didn't know that was part of the game. I wasn't expecting it. It just happened. It felt very real. And I'm like, right, let's go save John.
Oh, cool.
Glad the horse is feeling better.
You know, you have to go. When you got to go, you got to go.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Well,
exactly.
I bet when you found John, the horse was very relieved.
Was he though? Because now he had to carry 2 people home.
That's why he
Yes, you're
got
right.
lighter. There you go.
Yeah, he had to shed some weight super quick. So yeah,
So graphics wise, it's not actually latest generation, is it? It's an Xbox One game.
technically,
And
yeah.
they
it's
haven't
next
actually
last
updated it
gen.
for Series X, have they?
Yes, they have.
Oh,
Have they?
did? Oh,
Yes.
oh.
I only know this because the system we have on Kyle's Xbox is if it's a XS game, it lives on the hard drive. If it's not, it goes onto the external hard drive.
Oh,
and it had
wouldn't
the
let
little
you install
symbol.
It wouldn't let you install it.
Right.
You couldn't install it on the external then, because normally it tells you, doesn't it? Like you can't put it on the slow discs.
Yeah, it'll tell you that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So I didn't even try. I always download it internally first and then I move it. But it had the XS symbol on it, so I didn't move it.
Yeah.
But I kept it where it was.
Interesting.
So
That's interesting. Because I thought there was a whole thing about them not updating it, because they kept updating GTA 5 all the time.
Yeah. Interesting.
yeah, maybe I'm misunderstanding the symbol. I don't know.
No, I think you're right. I thought that's what the XS meant. It was a game that came
Yeah.
for the Xbox Series X. Yeah,
Okay, cool. Then yes, I think it is. And graphics wise,
I can
it's
see
nice.
Carl digging around trying to find out.
Yeah. Very interesting. But if it's got the symbol on it, then
Yeah.
it must have been updated.
Yeah, because I was all prepared to move the game over to external, and then I saw and realized I didn't need to.
It's a good looking game. Plays well. Like the controls are okay, or they're just a normal weird.
they
RDLs
Rockstar
and
controls?
Rockstar controls.
I don't know if you could recall, but I really struggled with the controls in the first game.
Oh no, the
You
terrible.
and everyone else.
Yeah, I was really disappointed, and I remember you guys saying, "Yeah, well, it's a Rockstar game," which I felt was an excuse,
It's a reason.
but it meant, yeah, it meant I didn't have high expectations for the controls in number 2, but they are better, and I think they're the same controls. I haven't used Dead Eye yet, which is the
Okay.
slow motion mode.
The
I've
Max
only
Payne
just
mode.
been introduced to that. yeah, could be. Yeah, maybe okay, so there's 2 things I want to point out. One is maybe the controls feel a bit different because my dude moves slower in
Mhm.
number 1.
Okay. So they've increased the walk speed.
They've decreased the walk speed.
Okay.
Now maybe it's because there's snow. I think because snow is heavy.
That's right.
Oh, and side note, if you make tracks in the snow, they don't go away. Super cool.
Oh, that's cool.
That's very cool. So I think they've slowed down the movement, which means I'm less likely to make stupid mistakes. So I think one of the things I struggled with in number 1 was crouching behind the wrong item. But because I move so slowly here, I mean, I can only aim at one thing now. I'm going so slow, walking like a granny. I'm not going to miss my target. That's just a theory. I haven't done a lot of shooting. Now, the other thing I wanted to say was the shooting I have done, there's auto aim.
Nice.
Yeah, so you're crouching behind. There's 5 enemies hiding behind trees. I pop up and my gun will automatically go towards one of them. Now, it doesn't give me an automatic headshot. That's up to me. But it's great because I sucked at the first game. And there's this... Red Dead doesn't have a difficulty setting. So you can turn off auto aim, I think. I wouldn't. I'm not going to. It's so nice.
Oh, that's great.
I feel so cool.
It just guides you towards the body to at least hit them somewhere. Yeah.
That's right. The one thing I don't like, which I think is really cheesy, is occasionally every couple kills you get like a kill cam where you zoom up on them and you slow motion see your bullet hit them. I think it's really cheesy.
It's off Sniper Elite, that is. Sniper Elite does the same.
Yeah, it's not that slow, and you don't get to see their skeleton.
No? Oh, shame.
No, unfortunately.
Obliterating buildings and stuff.
That's right. I'm not a fan. I also think the graphics don't look as good during those shots as they do when you're you. So yeah, I think I can turn them off though, so I might do that.
Interesting story.
Too early to tell. I know that we're on the run from some bad guys. We were in the Wild West, and now we're heading less into the Wild West, more civilized. But we're a gang of baddies, which is an interesting position to be in because I'm always a goodie.
Oh, yes.
And so the story I'm following at the moment is we've just wiped out this gang of other baddies who were going to rob a train. Wiped them out, except the leader. And now we've stolen his plans, so we're going to go rob the train now.
Brilliant.
Which I think is kind of cute. But
Cool.
yeah, it's weird. I'm a freaking outlaw. Whereas in number 1, you're kind of like you're trying to be a good guy. It's redemption story.
Yeah, you rock up into town to help the sheriff out, don't you? One of the first missions.
That's right.
So yeah.
Yeah, so it's kind of cool. Get to be the bad guy. I hope there's no achievements tied to being a bad guy though, because I still don't have that achievement in number 1 where I hog tie a woman and put her on the train tracks for a train to come. I can't do it.
Let's get Carl
I
to
hope
do it.
there's no
I'm sure
achievement.
Carl will do it.
No. But then people may look at my tag and they'll be like, I
judge
wonder if
you.
she has that
Yeah.
achievement, and they'll look and she does, and they're not going to ask me the story.
No, they're going to judge you.
They're just going to know.
They're just
So
gonna-
yeah,
You're a terrible person.
Yeah,
Hog
exactly.
Digital people to digital train tracks.
exactly.
That's right, yes.
So yeah, but to answer your original question, how are the graphics? They're amazing. They're amazing, and it is like playing a movie.
And the music and sound effects and all that are very good as well, yeah.
Oh, I don't know. Kyle, what do you reckon? I don't pay attention to the music. Was it good, Kyle?
Yeah, it's very good. The
Cool.
sound effects are fantastic. And the best part about the character you're playing is that he looks kind of like Chuck Norris.
Yeah, he does.
Awesome.
I mean, who doesn't want to play Chuck Norris, Sith cowboy?
It's super cool. So I'm really enjoying it. It's very in-depth. I've just found the stats screen, and you have to maintain a lot. And I knew this and forgot. It's more than just keeping yourself fed, which you didn't have to do in the first game.
Oh, there's a feeding and drinking thing going on as well.
Oops. There's a feeding and drinking thing, not just for you, but your horse as well.
Yep.
And your horse will like you quicker if you keep feeding it,
If you don't
which I think
kill
is fair.
Yeah.
Don't kill him.
Fair enough. I mean, I
Yeah.
like you because you keep me fed.
Oh, thank you. I keep
give
you
him a
because
shit.
you bring in the money to keep you fed.
Such a loving relationship. That's so nice.
Symbiotic, is that what they call it? Yeah. That's it. That's 2 hours having played, and story seems pretty good so far. The very last thing I did before logging off was chase down this dude from the gang I mentioned earlier, whom we didn't kill, and I had to lasso him. And he fell off his horse somehow, and
'Cause you
I
lassoed him,
didn't.
probably.
No, before
Oh,
I lassoed him.
Okay.
He fell off his horse, and I didn't react quickly enough, so I just bulldozed through him with my horse.
Oh no, you run him over.
I thought I had killed him. He's lying on the ground, but no. Then he starts yelling, so I lasso him while he's on the ground. So yes, and I don't think I've died yet, so that's pretty good. Not bad, not bad
too
for me.
bad. 2 hours in the game.
I died a lot in Red Dead Redemption, number 1. A
I
lot.
feel like every time you went to a battle, you'd die pretty much at the
Oh,
beginning.
yeah.
And then resave
yeah.
and go back to the battle and not do the same thing again. Trying to avoid kind of approaching it the way you did last time.
Me specifically?
No, I felt
Or-
like I did that in Red Dead, the first one. You kind of turn onto a battle, die, and go, right, okay. And then go back to your save, and then go back in again, but not do the same thing again. Like, avoid them, or,
That was the wrong one.
Yeah.
pay more attention.
Yeah, I'd probably try that on the 3rd go, because going in, I'm just like, oh, I'm just not good at this. If I keep doing the same thing, I'll get better.
Oh, okay. Repeat. It's a sign of, what do they call that? Was it Einstein?
Stupidity.
It's a sign of madness, isn't it? Doing the same thing over and over again and expecting a different result.
That's right. Which
Insanity.
actually might be a fantastic segue into Kyle's story.
There you go.
Because, yeah, I'm done with Red Dead. That's all from me.
Sounds fantastic. Sounds like a very good game.
It is.
It looks very pretty from what I've seen, and it's making me want to play it. But I also know that it's a 17 million hour game.
Don't you
He's playing it through me.
Don't you want to finish Red Dead 1 first, though?
No,
He
I got
doesn't.
my horse. The slow everything in Red Dead annoyed me, so maybe this is not a good game to play.
No. I tried to run at one point in the mission story, and all he did was walk a little bit faster. I barely saw a difference.
Okay.
So it's a very slow game.
So this month I've personally challenged myself to play Jedi Fallen Order,
Ah, excellent.
since we have not purchased Survivor yet, and also I wouldn't feel comfortable playing Survivor if I didn't play Fallen Order.
You're not allowed to.
Well, there we go.
That's the rules.
Yes.
Lee has made the rules. Fallen Order, my word, what a silly game. The controls, first of all, the controls are terrible. When you think about a controller, about attacking, you think, right trigger attack, left trigger block. Yes, makes sense. Fallen Order is left button block, X to attack,
Yep, that's right.
Y to do special attack.
Yeah.
Then
Well, it's
Right
but it's more
button.
like a console, isn't it? Console, like a Street Fighter 2 sort of style game. Then.
what do you mean the Street Fighter 2 game?
Well, you know, because like X is like punch and Y is kick or something, isn't it? Is that sort of style? Like that's how you attack, rather than using your triggers to attack.
Yeah, but normally in like modern fighting games, triggers are attack. Triggers are attack and
I
block.
don't know if they are. You know, not sure they are.
Have you played Killer Instinct?
Have I played it? I played it briefly. I couldn't tell you what the controls were for playing it.
Controls, I'm
The
pretty sure.
7,000 achievements in that game put me off a little bit. So
Yeah, it's just slightly. So first of all, controls very, very hard to understand, and I was getting a bit miffed with the controls because every time I'd try fight someone, I'd end up trying to press trigger to attack, and the person would just end up jumping into me and biting.
what does trigger do?
Nothing yet.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Yeah, I think it's force something.
Might be force do something exciting. And then Simone's like, okay, treat the controls. You're a Padawan. You're having to relearn things.
That's right. That's right.
I was like, okay, so it's part of the game that the controls are bad. I will
No,
accept that.
that's not what I was saying. I was just helping you settle it better in your
What it
heart.
is, Carl, is you're a bit new, so you have to be very basic. So
No.
just do 2 buttons, and that's it for now.
Oh, I was just trying. Give yourself a break. Anyway,
I'm not a fan of Souls-like games to begin with.
Story
I mean,
mode. Story mode.
No, but I want to play it with a little bit of difficulty.
There's no point. Just play it in story mode. Seriously.
I want to feel accomplished. There's this mythical thing that people are like when they finish a Dark Souls game, they tell you how good the game is because of how accomplished they feel. Not because it had great graphics, good gameplay, not because it had a great story, not because of anything else except they're like,
they're fooling
I feel
themselves.
so accomplished.
I think they're fooling themselves into it.
Yeah, well, I want to be fooled.
Okay.
I want to be part of the elite club that is fooled with them. So the controls were bad. Okay, I understand this. Then, second of all, you go off to the next planet called Bogano, and there's a hole in the ground, and there's this big giant frog. Right, I'm a Jedi. I've got a lightsaber. I should be able to take out this big giant frog.
He squashes you in one go, doesn't he?
Yeah, he does. What nonsense is
that
this?
your base planet? Is that what you're talking about, the base planet?
Yeah, the first planet.
Yep.
They put a hole in the ground with a big giant frog. Right? It's supposed to be the first planet. The first boss, in inverted commas.
No, it's not really. You're supposed to go past him and leave him alone for now.
You see, did I not get this message? Why does everybody else know this but me? I spent
Because everyone else goes in there,
lunch-
dies, and goes, that I died way too quickly, even for a Souls game. I need to go away and come back later. That's what everyone does.
I think the problem is Kyle could survive 3 blows from the frog. So it gave him hope that he shouldn't have been given, and I think that's where he stumbled.
Because I remember that guy.
lunch break.
Lunch break.
At lunch break, jump in the hole, fart, da. Jump in the hole, fart, da.
God.
Jump in the hole, fart, da. My word. And then eventually Simone convinced me, move on. Apparently he's one of the legendary bosses in the game.
Yeah, he's later. He's like come back at when the game's complete almost guy. Yeah, he's...
Does it tell you
Yeah.
that this, on Bogano,
No, hang on, Kyle. You've played enough Japanese RPGs that you don't need to be told everything about every enemy.
I'm a Padawan, apparently. I don't know Jack.
Where's the Jedi wisdom of yours?
Yeah, exactly.
If I keep getting hurt, let's try something new.
You're on this planet, you're on Bogano, right? And there's these frogs that jump at you and you attack them and you kill them. So when you see a bigger version of this frog down a hole, the game has trained you to then jump into the hole and fight the big frog.
No.
I think the key word there is bigger than any frog you've seen before.
So, do you not want to like this game? Is all I'm hearing is complaining?
No, I'm enjoying the game.
Is it because it's not canon? Is that your problem?
It
Well-
is canon, but yep.
No, nothing's canon compared. Carl's like nothing's canon unless it's in
Oh.
the movie. This is
Like the canon ended after episode 6.
yeah. See, nothing's canon. for Carl.
I understand.
Yes.
I'm enjoying the game. It's quite entertaining. So I can understand, right? You come back to the game. I'm just obviously not used to Souls games where they clearly put the end boss in the first cave that you're going to stumble upon as a person who's like, here, hold on to this light stick for me. It's like,
Lee,
yeah,
I'm really worried about Kyle when he encounters his first boss.
Like an actual proper or a story
An actual
boss.
proper
Yeah, story
boss.
mission
Yep.
boss. Yeah.
Yep.
Like the girl with the 2 lightsabers or something like that,
Yep.
or the big guy, the big fat guy. Yeah.
yeah.
So I actually did quite a lot of the mission. Well, I got a lot of it on that mode, the normal mode, not the stupid mode, but like the one above story mode. And I just found it was just too hard to make progress quickly. That's why I changed it to story mode in the end. I was fine.
Yep.
I was getting past stuff, but it was just taking me so long to get past things. I was getting a bit sick of it. And I was like, right, I need to actually want to get in this game, the story done now. I need to get into the story properly and not just spend hours and hours fighting the same boss again and again.
Yeah, but then you miss out on that accomplishment feeling that everyone tells you're so good.
Sure, yeah. I got to the point. There's a bit, and someone will remember this, where you slide down a piece of some ice to the rope, then you run along a wall, and then you jump, and then you hit these exploding plants.
Yep.
And when you die, you go back to fighting this guy who jumps on you, like the big robot guy, or whatever he is.
Yeah.
And so I could kill the robot guy, no problem at all. I'd slide down, miss the rope, and die. And then go back again. And then fight this stupid guy and go, right, you're really hard to fight. Kill you, great. Down the slide, get the rope, miss the wall, then die. And then go back to the beginning again. I must have done it, I don't know, 20 times probably. And it wasn't the fighting bit that was killing me. It was the falling off the stupid wall that was killing me each time. Because I wouldn't quite have enough health then. And then once I actually made it, I died because one of the plants exploded. Because the guy before me had given me such a hammering, he'd taken all my health. And by the time I got around to the corner, I died because of an exploding plant. And I was like, right, that's it, I'm done. I'm out. And I dropped the game for about a month, went back to it and dropped the level down. I went, like, I'm playing story mode, I'm done with this. This is ridiculous. Yep. So that's the reasonable distance. Like, that's probably about a third of the way through the game, probably. I felt that was quite a decent way through the game to get to that point.
And you're allowed to get angry at that point, Kyle.
Do you remember that?
So
was insane.
stupid.
That was that whole thing was
it's hard.
ridiculous.
It's so hard, and it shouldn't be that hard.
Yeah.
Grabbing on should work a lot better than that.
Yeah. Because once you know it's there, you're like, oh, the rope's there, that's great. And then the wall, you just miss the wall slightly and you're dead. Like, there's no kind of catching it back again. It's just you're out.
That's right, and it's not the Dark Souls excuse. I actually don't think it was coded very well. It's too difficult to turn on the slidey thing to line it up for the
if you
rope.
hit the rope wrong, then you end up not going towards the wall. So yeah,
that's right. So the game just doesn't work well there. It's not a timing issue like it is with fighting. It's just badly done.
Because I could take out that bad guy there. And quite easily, like, it wasn't that hard. It took me a few goes to work out his, like, he only has a couple of attacks. You just work out, you jump on the wall out of the way, basically, for most of it. Jump down, hit him, jump back on the wall again. It's fine. But no, it's just, that killed me. That's the one section killed me. It killed my soul.
So then you should have at least some sympathy for the stupid frog.
Oh, no, I met the frog right at the beginning. I went, nah, he's too hard. I'm going to keep going. Because I wasn't doing enough damage. If I'm doing damage to something, I'm like, okay, if I do enough damage, I'll go. But if I'm not doing damage to something, I'll move on. Because obviously it's not the right time to attack it because you're not doing enough damage to him.
You jump down and you press X and then you take a third of his health immediately.
Yeah, because it's a from above attack. So that's why it really does... It leads you on. But I completed that boss after I'd finished the game. And he was easy peasy.
Yeah. And there's a lot of the game afterwards is going back and tidying up like that. Like getting to all the different chests and stuff for that it's about.
Apparently it's a Metroidvania like that.
I told Kyle, I said, don't forget, I told you it's a Metroidvania. And Lee's like, Kyle said, that would help me if I knew what a Metroidvania was.
I was so annoyed at that stage. So then you're on the first planet. You find your little BD-1 robot. You hop back onto your ship. And the woman on the ship with the googly eyes is like,
I know exactly, so bad, isn't it?
I know exactly what's going on because this person was, my master. So Star Wars as a universe, when it shows you how big the universe is, it's fantastic. Like The Mandalorian, really good because it shows you lots of moving parts that are all happening at the same time. But then it seems to just shrink itself on purpose, really small, into something that is like, oh, this just so happens to be my master. You go, oh, of course it is. Yes.
Oh, no, you're riling me up on purpose now. Don't forget that the planet you're on is not on any map or system. How did she know about it? That's right, because the guy there was her master. That's how she knows.
Okay. So then how did she find Cal on the shipwrecking planet?
Actually, I don't know.
See, it's a bit like if she was on a shipwrecking planet to find the Jedi, she found Cal as a Jedi. It's a bit too convenient that then she also had the master that invented this planet with the frogs.
With the killer frogs.
I know, I don't remember if it's explained how she rescued Cal.
Yeah.
I don't remember that, sorry.
But you know what I mean?
Yeah,
it's like when there's everything else around, it's really good.
But
like,
so your whole argument falls apart because a story does not work unless things are kind of a coincidence. Oh, it happens. Like, you can't have stories that are so random. You've got to have things that are coincidence.
Yeah, but you can also have things that are just not so on the nose.
But it might have been all set up by her in the first place. Don't forget she can feel the Force. She's a Force person, so she can go, oh, there's a Force person here. I know I can try and use him to help me.
And if she can feel the Force, how come the Night people can't feel the Force either, or can't feel the Force people either?
It's really tricky because people attribute a lot to the Force,
Yeah.
sometimes unfairly. So yeah, let's not. But also, although the Inquisitors they use lightsabers, I don't think it's a given that they're all Force sensitive. They're not Sith, but I know the Sith is a specific organization. They're not Sith.
Organization.
Membership cards.
No, it is.
discounts at Costco.
I'm not wrong.
It's like World Wildlife Federation or that sort of organization.
No, I'm not wrong. The Sith is an organization. It's a religion, and these women don't subscribe to that, but they do use the dark side of the Force.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, how can you be not Sith and use the dark side? I thought they were They were intertwined.
That's right. They're not. That's where the confusion comes in.
Okay. In this game, can I, as an ex-Jedi, use the dark side?
You don't get options in this game for that, do you? I don't think you get like a dark and light.
It's not an RPG.
No.
That's a pity.
Carl just wants to be a Sith. I told him, Carl, you should have really played The Force Unleashed instead. You get to go around and just kill everyone,
stuff.
zap everyone. You just get to be a badass.
Yeah.
There was the online game, and depending on how you played, would make you more dark or light sided. There was the one.
Yeah.
There.
Yeah. This one, you can't even fight a
You're
frog.
playing a goodie. You can't even play. You're too weak, Kyle.
Carl, you're still a baby.
Oh, baby Jedi.
You need to have more dreams, learn more stuff. Just
Fair enough. I do like the part where he relearns how to wall run when it like shrinks him to a kid again,
yeah.
and then you learn about the wall
So
running.
all the way through the game, they give you new. That's how they give you new powers,
As you remember
as you remember.
the power of
What's good
memory.
about the new one is they start you off as a powerful Jedi. They give you all the powers at the beginning because you've obviously learned them in the first game. So that's kind of cool
cool.
in the new game.
I didn't know that. No
And
more spoilers. Don't tell me anything else.
No,
please.
that's all I knew. That I thought that was really cool. That's how
okay.
it should be because you go. I am actually been playing. He's been. Was it 5 years later or something? So I think he's honed his powers a bit and he knows all the stuff he needs to know.
You know, the main reason I want to play the second one is because you can give him a mullet.
We're just back to Cyberpunk again, aren't we?
We're gonna make him Australian.
All roads lead to Cyberpunk.
Look,
You're gonna
okay,
wear the wife beater and the short shorts as well.
yeah, you know it. All the best Jedis have the wife beaters, the dirty wife beaters. No, so in this game, you laugh about the shorts. So I've been running around finding chests. You know what these chests give me? Ponchos.
Yeah.
Right.
Ponchos.
Nice ponchos though. That's some really cool looking ponchos.
I'm a Jedi. I'm busy. I've just fought some stormtroopers. There's like, I break into someone's
You're a
house.
baby Jedi. That's why you need a poncho. In case you spill any food on yourself and keep you warm at night.
Yeah, there's no ponchos in the next game, Carl.
Listen.
There's mullets.
You break into someone's house after killing a bunch of stormtroopers, remorselessly, I should say. And then the first thing you do is go, oh,
Nice
put on a
poncho.
poncho.
But this is Cyberpunk for you, isn't it? No, Cyberpunk was you going into a room, wiping the room out, killing all these people, and then getting some new shoes.
And putting on someone's hat.
And someone's hat.
You know, I killed everyone because of your stylish, good
There you
hat.
go. So this is a perfect game for you.
Okay. So, Carl, how did you enjoy the lightsaber building? The little bit that you got to do.
I loved it. That was great fun.
Cool. Okay. And what color lightsaber did you pick?
I have an orange lightsaber.
Orange. I was going to say orange. I thought you'd pick orange. I don't know why.
Yeah. Orange is cool. It's the closest you can get to red in this game, probably.
You are playing the wrong game.
Yeah.
It's fun.
That's funny.
Fun. I'll play a Jedi and I'll become the strongest Jedi. And then I'll go back and I'll show that frog who's
Yeah,
boss.
You show that frog.
Yeah,
is.
you do
make
that.
some sushi out of that frog. Or whatever.
Yes.
Frog's legs.
That's
Frog's
right.
legs. Go bonjour
thinking
and then
about
chop his head off. Or his legs off.
You have a giant light sword that can cut through steel doors, as we've seen in the Phantom Menace, right? You jump down from the top. You stick your light sword through the top of a giant frog's head, and then somehow he's like, I'm perfectly fine, and I'm going to now leap on you and kill you.
He's a big frog.
What do you think? How would you consider the possibility that his brain doesn't live in his skull?
Ooh,
This is Star Wars.
this is true.
I mean, you jumped down and you aimed randomly, really.
Yeah, that's true. I
He's
just
an
told
alien
you.
as well. You assume he's a frog. He might not be a frog.
He's like a frog with 8 eyes, so I suppose
he's
he's
not
a
a
spider
frog. Frog's not 8 hours.
He's also
That's a good
like
point.
4 times as big as me, and I've never seen a frog that big.
There you go. So, unless you're playing in a miniature world,
Oh,
the frog's normal size.
Oh, yeah. Oh,
Star
no.
Wars Grounded Edition.
What a twist.
No wonder the ship is called the Mantis.
There you go. Star Wars is actually a miniature world. You know, like
yeah.
was it? What's his name? The movie with the big elephant, and he picked up the word that was
Dumbo.
no, it's
Horton, here's a who.
yes, there you go.
Oh,
An
yeah.
elephant. Yeah. So the world's actually really small.
Yeah, see? Magic.
There you go.
Okay. I'll
We've worked
accept
out
Star
the Star
Wars.
Wars galaxy.
I'll accept Star Wars as a miniature world, and I'm a baby Padawan. I clearly have no idea what's going on.
Just
I
get
will
new
accept-
ponchos for now. Just collect your ponchos. Keep yourself warm.
I'll
at night.
collect my ponchos. Because you can't wear hats. What type of Jedi doesn't wear hats?
I've never seen a Jedi in a hat.
You want to be Chuck Norris Jedi, don't you?
Yeah. Oh. Yeah, so Star Wars, I've been playing it. I've been really enjoying it, actually. It's quite fun with once you get into the rhythm of it. It's taken me a while to figure out the combat because I'm used to have sword, will smash. Just slash.
It gets better. The more you play, the more stuff you get, the better it gets. It's when you take out like 15 stormtroopers, and you just stand in the middle, picking them up, throwing them around, deflecting their shots and everything. And it's still very fluid when you get into it because you have all the buttons to press. It's quite cool.
The one thing that annoyed me a bit was it's not like Batman. You know, in Batman, you stand in the middle. And
Because you don't get a cape.
yeah, exactly. And the combat in Batman flows.
It's
you pick up
fluid.
the
Yeah,
person, you
that's
throw
right,
him here, you punch this person, you kick that person. This one is you stand in the middle and you block. And as soon as you stop blocking, some random dude's going to run through and poke you with their light stick.
But
And then you-
Batman's a fully formed man, you see. You're a baby. That's the problem. It's not Bat Baby.
Oh.
Whatever. What else have you been playing, Lee, then? All the answers.
Batman is a fully formed man, Kyle.
Anyone has to put something in front of man is not fully formed.
But he is, though. He's a man. Anyway, let's move on. Let's move on because,
Yeah.
He's a man who's a bit batty.
yes, Dead Island 2. I went back to Dead Island 2.
Oh, yeah, and?
It's good. I'm enjoying it. I just went in. I played for like half an hour or so. Just jumped around, did some more missions.
So you jumped into what?
Dead Island 2.
Oh, yep.
Yeah. Kill some more zombies. Yeah, I only played for like an hour, but I kind of what I ended up doing was a lot of open world games is investigating stuff. I kind of get carried away and don't do the missions and end up walking around and stuff. So yeah, so the main mission's not gone very far, but I've kind of met some random guy and then helped him clear his yard, and then he let me into his house and gave me some cool stuff. And there's things like giving. I found out one thing. So there's lots of trying to give places electricity or trying to put fires out. So you pick up like water. I couldn't work out how to do it. And I nearly died half a dozen times because I was trying to work out how to make power to his house so he'd let me in. And what you do is you throw water at the sparking electricity line, and that kind of causes it to then kickstart his house and give him power. There's lots of randomness like that. So you got to kind of go, how am I going to get this guy's power? Or how am I going to, because you can pick up fuel as well, so you can set things on fire. Pick up fuel. I killed myself doing this, mucking around. I picked up a thing of fuel, chucked it on the floor. And then I had fire. I was like, oh, fire. And then everything when the whole room exploded. I was like, oh, that's good if there's stuff in there, but not me. That's probably better. So there's quite a few things where you can kind of play with things when you're messing around. Pick up stuff and make things like that. Not just weapons, but actual using the environment as well. So that's kind of cool.
Okay.
Yeah, that's it. It's Dead Island 2, literally killing zombies. My main mission at the moment is to go to they have like a, what do you call it, a safe zone or something. Because we've got a safe house, which is quite good. And like, right, we need to get to the safe zone and pass the messages. And then my guy's like, oh yeah, I'll do that. I'm like, okay, cool, bro. So now I've got to get from one side of the town to the other. And of course, as you're going, there was a guy who was shouting at his, he had like an electric fence with a door shouty thing. What do you call it? A microphone? Hi mate, how's it going? Well, you know when you press the button, then they say, "Hi, I'm delivering pizza," and they kind of let you in. It's that sort of thing. He was yelling for some help. Intercom, that's the word. Yeah. So he was like, "Oh, can you save my mate?" I was like, "There's no one here." He said, "No, if you open the door, my mate's there, just trying to save them." Walked in, and the mate was being eaten. I was like, "Your mate's not that great." No, there's a bit of a problem. So
He's a bit under the weather.
He's a bit under the weather. Yes.
If that zombie's called weather.
Yeah. But that was quite cool. That's when I discovered things blow up because I walked around. There was like a half dozen zombies there. And the guy above had a gun. He shot something, and then there's a massive explosion took out like half dozen zombies. I was like, oh, and that's what gave me the clue to environmental stuff. That was how I got into. This is what you do. You actually blow things up.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do the weapons have durability like in every other zombie game?
Very much so. Yes. But you can carry tons and tons of weapons. I've discovered.
Oh, nice.
Like just pick them all up. There's no limit. It doesn't seem to be. I've not hit the limit anyway. So just keep picking up weapons, like picking up sticks and bricks and spanners and all sorts of stuff, and just keep going.
Oh, nice.
Durability is not very good. You could probably do 2 or 3 zombies probably per weapon currently.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
That's
no,
shocking.
it goes real fast. But you can carry. I must be carrying like 6 different weapons, so it's fine. You just got to quickly press. That was that whole thing of getting stuck and not working out how to change weapons. And you hold Y, and then you go left and right on the D-pad, and you can select. There's like, you go hold Y and you have like a circle, and then if on the circle you also have weapons underneath each one of the areas. So
it's not made for quick switching.
No, no. You hit Y and you've actually got to move to select something, yeah. So you have to be vaguely organised and make sure that none of your dodgy weapons are in front, so you can actually pick them quickly if you're in the middle of battle.
Interesting.
Yeah. It's cool. It's cool. I haven't gone back to Redfall actually, but I've been listening to reviews of Redfall and I just think it's broken. And I don't know if there's any coming back from it as well. I think it's that broken.
Yeah, I mean, why? Why should you?
Yeah. So that was a lot of people who played it. Like Keo was saying, he played it. I was listening to Paul Throat, he played it, and they were going, it's free, so you play it, and it's on cloud, so you don't have to install it. It's great. And you get in there and you go, but it's like it's empty. The world's empty, and it's just not. It's not finished. There's no voice acting. Like it's just not. It doesn't feel like a AAA game. It's really average looking as well.
But didn't Oz say that it's not a AAA game, and it's unfair to attribute that to it?
Wasn't it supposed to be a AAA game when it came out?
Maybe a double A game like Hellblade?
It's not that good though. There's way better looking games out there than that.
Yeah.
You look at the Ascent, how good looking the Ascent is, although it's a completely different game, but it's still an amazing looking game with amazing music, and quite a lot of it is voice acted. And it feels really good when you're playing it. Like it's full. There's so much stuff to do. Whereas this game doesn't feel like that at all.
Interesting.
Yeah, that wasn't what I was playing, obviously, but yeah.
Yeah, well, give it 6 months. I mean, look at what Sea of Thieves did.
I don't know if they can fix it. I don't know if they can fix it. They always compare Sea of Thieves. They compare it to No Man's Sky, but No Man's Sky and Sea of Thieves had a really good base game.
Yeah, that's true.
The controls were really good, and it looked really good, and it felt right when you were playing.
Is Redfall meant to be open world?
Ish, yes. I suppose yes, it is. Yes.
Okay.
But you kind of go from area to, so there's the first area you get into, which has a bunch of missions that takes you to a second area. But I don't know if you can't go back to the first area though when you finished it. Like you have to, when you leave, you leave. So there's a bunch of achievements you can miss because you have to do all the missions inside that first area, and if you don't do them, then you can't go back again. Yeah. So it's kind of open area. It's kind of open world in that respect. So you can go out on missions at night. And also the transition to night and day made no real difference to how hard the things were to kill. Like it didn't feel quite that difficult.
Oh well, you don't have to ever go back.
No, I'm wondering about giving it, like I said, let them update it and see if they fix it. But I think they might just move on. I think they're better off just moving on and releasing something else so everyone forgets. Just write it off.
Right.
When Dead Island 2 came out, now that's awesome. Like it's really well put together. It's a really good game.
Okay. It's a bit of a pity about Redfall, because it
But
had
when
so
it
much
first-
potential.
Yeah, when it first came out, it was a completely different game to actually arrived like when they first talked about it. To me, it felt like
Yeah.
the initial animated movie they made was not the game that came out.
Yeah, I understand what you mean.
I think it was supposed to be grittier or something.
Yeah, probably. And then they probably cartoonify it up a bit more.
A bit too much, yeah.
Yeah.
But Dead Island 2 is awesome. You should play it. It's fun. If you like zombie games.
Cool.
It's a fun zombie game.
We do like zombie games.
It sounds like every other zombie game, though.
Yeah, but I mean, at zombie game now, we have a pretty good base for what a zombie game is. So you know what you're getting.
Yeah, the story's interesting. They always have different stories, don't they? But the zombie games are fun because you can jump in and kill a bunch of zombies. It's almost like you can just leave it there, set and stored, and you're like, I don't know what to play. I know, I'll just go and kill some zombies and go and do another mission or something. Like you can just go and trip on and do another couple of missions. That's what the kind of game's for, really.
Yeah. I mean, I jumped into a zombie game this week as well. Fancy that.
Oh yeah,
For that
Dying
exact
Light.
reason.
No, not Dying Light.
Not Dying Light.
Oh.
Yeah.
State of Decay
State
2.
of Decay 2, that's right. So that's
Because it got a big update with the plague hearts.
Oh, that's right. Yes, we did talk about that, didn't we, last week?
Yeah. So this is interesting. The plague hearts are dormant until you do missions in their area, and they slowly start waking up. So now the zombies in the map aren't randomly generated. They're accounted for. Each zombie is accounted for by each plague heart.
So interesting.
It's such change.
What does that mean?
So infestations and hordes and things like that are all accounted for within the plague heart. The plague heart can control a certain amount of zombies. As you take out hordes and infestations, then it weakens the plague heart so that you can attack it. But if you leave it, it grows stronger and you can get super infestations.
Ah, so you've got to keep tidying up and cleaning up after yourself almost.
Yeah, you can't have to keep cleaning up. It's very cool. Graphics have got a major update.
Yeah, I noticed.
Oh, really?
I mean,
Okay.
Yeah.
It looks quite, compared to where it was before, man, it looks real. It's got proper haze. It's got proper lighting.
Ooh, okay.
Very cool. I jumped in for an hour and did a mission. And the mission was this dude and his mates had gone out drinking in a zombie apocalypse. And his mates thought it was a good idea to put him in a house far, far away from their base, effectively. And because he passed out early during the party. And so when he wakes up, he's like, please help me. I need to get home and I don't know where I am. So you find him and you enlist the follower. And this guy's one of the worst followers. He's got a gun and you can't take it off of him. So as soon as you see a zombie, he starts shooting.
Oh, great.
And suddenly all the zombies start appearing. So with this update as well, screamers can attract a lot more zombies. And if you let a screamer go, it'll attract more screamers, and more screamers are like the horde masters. So more screamers, more zombies,
That
more
game
zombies.
sounds
bigger horde.
really stressful now.
Oh my word.
It was
it's-
already stressful beforehand, but now it sounds even more stressful.
It's fantastic now. It's incredible what they've done. Like, so I pick up this dude and he's busy shooting people. I'm like, no, enough of this. Climb into my car. I'm taking you home. I don't care. And we drive all the way across the map, drop him off at home with these guys. They all laugh. They think it's a big joke. And then at the end where you drop him off and you can chat to him, he says, next time they're going to have a rager, he'll let you know. And your options are, do that. And the people will periodically give you ethanol to your house, to your base, so that you can use it for building whatever. Or you can tell them off and gain influence with everyone around you. So you can be like having a party during zombie apocalypse. It's a very stupid idea.
I'm very sensible. Look at me. Yes.
Yes. So, I told him off. I was like, no. Don't you go drinking during a zombie apocalypse. That just leads to death. And I'm not coming to rescue you again. That's nonsense. But what he doesn't know is that my base is a distillery. So I don't need ethanol. I make my own. So I hoofed it off home, made some ethanol, and increased the morale of my people by having a party. After I've just done the moral high ground of, actually, no, you aren't allowed to do
Like
that.
a true leader. You said one thing, you did something completely different.
There we go. like a proper politician.
That's right. Do as I say, not as I do.
Exactly. But you have an hour in this game and you can do one mission, but it's a very stressful mission the whole time. But I must say, if you haven't jumped in a while, it is worth just jumping in and just checking it out because, man, they've done a lot of work to it. This is the 33rd update for State of Decay 2.
When did it come out then?
2016, I want to say.
Oh, wow, really?
And they've just been updating it quietly in the background. New updates, new this.
Yeah,
There's
right.
so much more you can do now.
They're talking about number 3, aren't they, as well? They're making number 3 in the background too?
Yeah, they're also making number 3
Oh.
quietly.
Yeah,
Really?
that came out as a rumor maybe 6 months ago, maybe less, maybe 3 months ago.
They've also shown off the video for it, you know?
Yeah, I thought we
Oh,
saw
okay.
something about
Got
it.
the
Yeah,
teaser
yeah.
trailer. In Unreal Engine 5 as well.
I haven't seen it.
Wow.
How
You should
exciting.
watch the news. The news, we talk about it.
I had a legit reason why I wasn't around last week. But this was before last week. Yeah?
Oh, it was a while ago. Yeah, it was a while ago.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, it was a while ago.
So no, I've been super impressed with State of Decay 2. Every so often when I jump in, you realize the amount of stuff they've added, and it's really good.
See, that game was broken when it came out, but the gameplay was solid, wasn't it?
It was pretty broken. And we looked out for the patches for a
Yeah,
couple months after
That's
that.
right. Yeah.
But it wasn't game breaking broken. You know, it was
It
things
depends
like
if you had Jeremy in
cars.
the game, not really.
No, lots
It
of
was
fun.
it's right. It was things like cars getting stuck.
Yeah, it's collision.
Quite
it was collisions
easily.
issues, wasn't it? It was like
Collision
it was sprite
issues,
collision
yes.
issues. Yeah.
Yes.
Cars on
Yep.
their roofs just kind of parking off.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But the gameplay was solid. Like you jump in there for a few hours and it was fun, stressful, but quite fun to go in there and just try and build your base up and go and do
Yeah.
missions and stuff. And yeah.
Yep. You've still got it installed, Haley.
Oh, I don't know. Actually, I might have to reinstall it. I might have taken it out.
There
It might
you
have gone
go.
out of rotation because I haven't played it for ages, so I might have taken it off.
Well, keep it installed because I reckon I'm definitely going to jump in again at some point.
Okay, yeah, hit me up. It's fun.
And I need someone to come help me.
That's a good back to
clean up the
backlog
play
game.
cards.
I haven't actually completed that game at all, so that would be a good game to go back to.
That'll be
Oh,
a
okay.
fantastic game actually if we do it multiplayer.
Yeah.
Because I was trying to
Brilliant.
go to all the. I was on a mission to go to all the high tower things to get all the areas.
Oh
That's the
yes.
last mission I was doing, and I had like 2 left maybe to get. But one of them was really, really far away, and then I was trying because if you do it, you get bonuses. And I was trying to take over the base. Is it? There's something that's
yeah.
a really big area that's really good to take over, and that's what I was aiming to do. That was my next mission. Was saving
Yeah.
enough points, resources, or whatever it was, to take it over, and then move base.
I
remember
need
what I
to
was
find
doing.
someone who's good at computing so that I can upgrade my command post so I can have another big base with more people.
Yeah, that's right. That's what you do. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, I think I was close. I think I had enough points somehow to get the bigger base, but I just didn't know where the big base was. I was looking for it at the time.
Yeah. It's a good game.
Yeah,
One of my, you make outposts, so they have outposts and they give you bonuses like
right,
extra
yep.
food or fuel. Your outposts now can get infested, and so you have to not only be cleaning up the map, but also every so often go back to your outpost and clean it up. That's yes,
Right.
they've added a
more
lot.
things to do. More things to do when you're about to log off. Oh no, wait,
Yep.
I can't log off because this is happening now.
But
Yes.
my base was cheerful. My morale.
Moral was cheerful, was he?
My moral is very cheerful.
Yeah.
Everyone's very happy with me, but that's because I've brewed more ethanol and made craft
Keep
beer.
them drunk. Another games? Anyone else got games?
No, that's it for me.
Over to you, Lee.
I have one final game. Division 2, actually, bizarrely enough.
Okay.
Because sometimes you just want to go and shoot
kind of
stuff in the face. Like you just want to chill out, and it's pre Diablo. You see, I was waiting for Diablo, and I was like, I'll just jump into it. So the year 5, season 1 just started this week.
Yep.
What's so there's new stuff. Actually, for strange enough, there was missions to do weirdly. So it was like, I'll go to here and talk to this person and it introduced you to 6 new rogue. What do they call them? Rogue operatives, I think they call them.
Oh, yep.
Yeah. So it's kind of more of the same, but they're all slightly different guys. It's just nice to go back in there again. What I wanted to play was the new mode, but I couldn't ever. I actually got distracted because I ended up helping somebody for like an hour or 2, and just running.
What was the new mode?
It's like a roguelite mode for it, basically.
Oh
So-
yeah, I remember you talking about that. Mhm.
Yeah. It's like an AI thing. So you go in there and you plug yourself into a computer, and then you do like a VR game of shooting stuff. And it's just it's typical. I guess you just complete it, get different weapons, get different gear, upgrade your gear, run through again, just keep doing that on repeat until you complete it, I guess. Yeah, but it's completely separate to the main game from the sound of it. Like gear and weapons wise is all different. It's not based on extra stuff there. So it could be good. It could be a bit like because Valhalla did the same, didn't they? AC Valhalla did the same sort of thing with, like in roguelite version.
Yeah, interesting, eh?
Just gone quiet. Yeah.
I wouldn't know. Sorry.
Yeah, okay. It's quite a cool idea because you kind of have your main guy, I guess, and it's almost like a bit of a break, having a run through like on a rail, I guess, just running through rooms or whatever you're doing. Yeah, that game is amazing. Look though, it's a really good looking game. We were talking about this last week. How good looking the game is. It's insane.
It is. It's very good looking.
Yeah. And everything's really good. The sound and everything's really good about it. Like it's all voice acting and all that sort of stuff going on as well. It's done a really good, nice job on that game.
Yeah. When
For 5
Ubisoft
years.
when Ubisoft do games like this properly, they really knock it out the park, you know?
Mm-hmm. It's a good loop, especially if you're helping people who haven't done missions before. Like I was helping some guy who was quite low, not low level, but like because you have levels. I'm on like about 250 or something, and I was playing with guys that are on 1,000. But this guy was on 90, so he was way lower, and he obviously hadn't played the game as much. So it was quite good just to run through with him and just help him do some missions and clear some areas with him.
Feels
you do
nice.
voice chatting?
No, not at all. No, he did endorse me though, which was nice. He did give me my shepherd points for doing it, which is good.
Oh, nice. Cool.
Yeah. It is a mad loot game though. The amount of loot you pick up is insane.
Yes.
Fantastic.
What was Kyle playing? Oh yeah, Kyle was playing Fallen Order, and every person he killed, he says, "Oh, I keep trying to loot their bodies."
There's no loot. Yeah, I did play with one bunch of guys and they were playing on what is it, heroic or something, which is like the highest level. Because I find helping this guy that was on hard, the gear's not very good. Like none of the gear is good at all. But as soon as I went on to this other team I was helping, they were playing on the highest level. All the gear you can either use or you can break down. So it's definitely worth playing on the high levels. Then you get all the high gear.
Interesting.
Which makes sense, but it does actually make a big difference, the gear you get. Because you can break down gear. If you have gear with like 3 different attributes on it, and one of them is really high, you can get that one attribute and then just take it out of it, and then add it to another device. So you can kind of upgrade your gear doing that.
I found that really complicated. I skipped it.
I know. Well, I'd spent so much time, and in the end, I was like, right, I need to, because I kind of got to the point where all my gear was at a point I couldn't get any better. I was picking up gear, it was like, yeah, slightly better or not, and I was like, well, I can upgrade one. Every piece of item can get upgrade once, and I'd pick up something with like really high 2 stats and one relatively low. So if you can replace that 1 stat with something high, then it makes it max. Oh, I got gear which is basically all of its high attributes. And you can replace skill slots as well, so you can change it to like have a skill slot in it, or you can like, do stuff like that. So you can do quite a lot to the gear. It was kind of incredible, and I was picking up so much stuff anyway because you need resources to fix stuff. And I had so much resources. I was like, I couldn't actually do anything. I could maxed out on my resources. I was like having points where I couldn't pick stuff up because I had too many resources. So I need to spend this stuff. How to do it? And I worked out about the upgrading gear.
You're going to have to run us through it at some point. Like when we log into the game or something, just teach us how to do it. I've gone to that upgrade bench and I've looked at it and it's gone, this is what you can do and this is what you can do. And I go, none of those words make sense.
Was it Kingsman or something like that I did that with? I sat down, we went, right, okay, let's work. Like, I'm going to show you how this all works. And he was like, this is incredible. It makes a completely different game because you can now personalize all your weapons, how you want to play. But if you want something that you're really good at headshots on, you can just go and find the headshot bit on another item and then upgrade your current item with it. So you can boost anything, or you can just replace stuff out. Like it could be high anyway, but you want to be better at something, or have more shield, or have more whatever. Like it's quite good.
Cool. Yes, well, teach us. So
teach us. Yeah, it's installed.
Teach us your ways.
It's always installed, that game.
Such a good game.
That's it. That's all.
Yeah, I think that's us.
Man. So we've gone to a galaxy far, far away. We've killed some zombies. And you've even
gone
back to the Wild West.
I went to hell, don't forget.
Oh, yeah, you went to hell. Hell and back.
Hell and back, yes.
And you've returned with a nice fresh copy of Diablo.
I know, yes.
Ultimate
slightly
Edition.
a lighter wallet and a box.
Yeah. A digital box.
A digital box, no less, yes.
Yeah. So a lighter wallet and a heavier Xbox.
Yes.
Okay, so that's us for this week, is it? We've now spent another 2 hours talking absolute nonsense.
Mm-hmm.
It's called a podcast.
And some of us,
Podcasting.
and some of us only had one game to talk about, so it's not my fault.
Oh, yeah, true. We did have to, gnash out a lot of things when it came to Diablo.
Oh, there was, that too, and there was also a lot of ranting, which takes up some good time.
Wow, I mean, you're going to put a giant frog on the first planet. Of course, I'm going to go
just
fight
let
him.
it go. Let the frog go.
Can't, Lee, can't. He's on the first planet.
Oh my word, yes.
I did chuckle. I thought, wow, when was the last time Kyle actually struggled in a game? So it's obviously been a while.
It has been a while.
You've been
That's
playing
why I'm
baby
playing
games. Too many baby games, that's the problem.
That's why I'm playing this game, because the baby game month is over. It's time to play a real game.
He's doing it for his personal development.
That's right.
Exactly. So, on that note, we shall love and leave you guys, since we have podcasted for quite a while, spoken about all the fun games we've been playing. But we also want to hear from you guys. What games are you playing? Are there any games you're looking forward to coming out? Are you also going to be part of the Diablo crew? Also, what is your game for June? Remember, it's not allowed to be Diablo. We've gone over this extensively in the beginning of the podcast. The answer is no. It's against the rules.
Sure.
We're going to make a very special rule. It's like rule 3A, no Diablo. Doesn't count.
Can you at least call it Lee's rule? I like the rules named after me.
This is the Lee rule.
I feel like I'm succeeding if I'm making rules for myself.
When I made my shortlist for this year, I took out anything that came out this year, and then included Ravenlock. So I won't be playing that next month.
Okay.
Even though it's not as new as
Put
Diablo.
restrictions on yourself. You shouldn't restrict yourself from gaming.
It didn't make much of a difference. I had 50-something games on my backlog.
Yeah, I'd hate to say.
So knocking off a few, not too bad. Not too bad.
So yes. So between Lee, Scard, and Diabolic Jester, we need to keep them in check. We need to make sure Lee sets the example in the community for everyone to follow, since everyone seems to be looking up to him. Don't understand why.
I am the leader.
You know where to find the podcast. You know where to find our website. Our socials are all on the internet, and it's all in the podcast description. Check out the episode description. And guys, I'm looking for feedback on the episode descriptions. Are they too long? Are they too wordy? Are they too short? What do you want from them? Read them. Let me know. Put it in our Discord. Tweet at us. All the rest. You know where you can find us. If you're looking to follow us individually, lucky for you, we all have Twitter over here. And where can they find you, Mr. Lee?
Lee Howard, I am on Twitter, and Lee Howard on Xbox. Lee Howard 25 on Twitch, which I nearly streamed Diablo on it, but it wouldn't let me. It said this game is not allowed to be streamed. That's what it said.
Then how did Diablo Jester stream it?
Through PC and also using Discord, bizarrely. Put it on Discord channel.
Oh,
that's fun. We actually joined a Discord video channel. So I jumped into that rather than the Xbox chat. That's how we were talking to each other. Because he's on PC and I was on Xbox, not PlayStation.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
Yeah. So if people want to jump in when we're playing, just jump in and chat. You can if you're on the Discord chat room.
Oh, cool.
Neat.
Yeah, it's really cool. It works really well. It sounded fine. Like it sounded great.
Brilliant. Man, that's some good integration going on there.
Yeah, really. And it's easy for me. I just went Discord and it came up with all the channels available. I went into the one that was called, I don't know what it's called, Xbox streaming or some stupid name I had. I could probably tell you actually which one it was, but it was worth. No, it's worth it because it's the one that had a video on it.
Okay.
Oh, yep.
Cool.
Maybe
if Xbox built in the ability to stream to Discord, that would be fantastic.
Yes, that would be good actually.
Well, Lee's looking that up. Simone, do you want to tell people where they can find you?
Sure. I am Jim Bean NZ on Xbox and Twitter. Nice and easy.
Yep, nice and easy. And you can find me at Zarkris on Xbox and Twitter. Which room were you in, Mr. Lee?
General, I believe.
Oh, okay. Just the general chat?
It's called General. It's under the voice chats. It's called General. I think that's where we were.
Cool, okay.
If I click in there, the problem is it takes over, doesn't it? So I can't go in there and see if there's any history because it will
Don't
break
go
the
in there,
audio.
you'll break the stream.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, so I'm not going to click in there.
Brilliant. So thank you guys for hanging out. Thanks to everyone who's watched us live stream. Thanks for everyone who's going to listen to it afterwards. Remember, if you do watch the live streams, you can also watch the videos later on YouTube. You can also download the audio version of the podcast. And here's a little secret, guys. You don't even need to listen to it. Just download the audio version because the numbers go up, makes us feel good. Just like our YouTube. And on that note, thank you guys for listening. We have been the Xbox Cast, and we will see you all on Xbox Live. Goodbye and good night. Good job, everyone.
Yes.
Good job indeed.
Well done, people. Yeah, it was fun, Diabolic Jester, wasn't it, bro? It's fun, mate. He's in chat. Chat away.
Hi, Jester. Good morning.
Yes, good morning. Yes.
Good morning.
And we've got Oz there on the YouTubes. Oz.
Oh, so Oz was saying about, I was actually almost going to say something, but... Oh, we didn't say about your Saturday thing.
That's okay. We're going to have to cancel it.
What?
Yeah, no one's joining.
I was going to do
And
it.
that's okay. I don't mind. You know, I'm a very antisocial gamer, so I don't mind at all.
I was going to jump in. I think people were going to jump in, weren't they?
Oh, well, I only had 2 people sign up on True Achievements.
Oh,
Okay,
TA.
so you want-
Okay.
You wanted to sign up through TA. What about trying to use the Xbox Club?
That's even less used.
Yeah. I wish we could make it more used.
I
That's
know.
such a good idea.
I know. Well, let's give the Xbox Club a go in a different type of game.
Okay.
I'm just trying to think what kind, but yeah. Yeah, and that was the other thing I thought of is that Red Dead is not on Game Pass or anything, so you've either bought it or you don't have
I've
it.
had it for ages.
Well, didn't it have come out with games with gold once?
Oh,
it might have,
Jester,
actually.
you may have it and not realize. Yes, I did. I think that's how I have it.
I'm pretty
Because
sure
I-
we all have it.
I had bought the physical version originally and then traded it back in.
Yeah, I bought it when it was cheap one time. Or got it, I don't know where I got it from. Who knows? I remember getting it there. I've played it for hours, so...
It's a good game. I thought you were like Kyle and had got one achievement or something.
I have got one achievement, but I played it up until the girl. It's not a free
Oh,
kind
that's
of
right.
passing out achievement. I felt like I put a few hours into it.
It's a 360 game, so
Yeah, it does take a while.
it doesn't give you much.
That's funny though. So 95% of the people have got the first achievement of this game.
Yep.
Oh, that's funny. Everyone climbed on their horse.
480,000 people have played this game. 95% have got the first achievement, which is complete the Exodus in America achievement.
Oh, that's funny. Yeah, I think everyone realized, hey, cowboy game. And then they realized, oh cowboy game.
I last
Cowboy
played this
is a big
game
game.
in September, 27th of February 14. It's almost 10 years ago when I last played this
Oh
game.
wow.
Yeah, 20th of April 2014 for me.
Oh, funny.
Oh, that's funny. We must have
that
been talking
would have
about
been
it at
a
the same time.
coincidence.
Yeah, maybe we were. Or maybe that's
2014.
when it came onto Games with Gold. Was February or something.
Yep. Yeah, it could
Maybe.
quite easily, yeah.
Because that was nearly 10 years ago.
Yeah.
Hmm.
That was a pre-podcast.
Yeah. Man, would you believe that there was a life before podcasting?
Games for Gold? I never really actually know the name of it. Games in Gold?
Games with gold.
With-
With... there's something wrong. No, it doesn't say.
Oh, well.
Okay.
Right. Oh, everyone.
Good show. Lots of laughs.
Yes.
Always exciting to rant about a stupid Souls-like game.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I think it's time to carry on playing through Fallen Order.
Yes, I think so.
Good luck. Just, just take your time.
Yeah. See, that's the thing, is that I just got to breathe, take my time, and just go through it, and not just hack and slash. I keep thinking it's just hack and slash, but it's
That's
not.
right. And it's not a flow game. It's not Batman or Rise.
No, it's definitely not a flow game. Oh my word! It would be so much better if it was.
But it is take time. Like if you see a couple of guys in the distance, work out how to take them out, and just don't just rush in there. There's lots of that going on.
But I've got a lightsaber.
Yes.
The whole thing. I have got a lightsaber. I should be rushing in everywhere with it.
Yep. No, stand back. Let them shoot at you. Ping back their lasers at you. Take them out one by one. Then go in the area. Then just plod through slowly
Plod through slowly. Yep.
Plod.
until you get more weapons, which actually let you be awesome.
Yeah.
Or
I just
more
want a dual
abilities.
lightsaber.
Yeah,
Either
you'll get it.
dual
It
or
doesn't
the-
take that long to get it. Yeah, it's a split in half one, isn't it?
Yeah, that would be so cool. Cannot wait.
And then you can jump in the middle and do what you like, because you'll be able to deflect half the bullets as I fired at you.
Oh, exciting.
The when you get the double-sided lightsaber, it also helps with crowd control,
Okay.
which is really helpful.
Yep, doing lots of pushes and smashing things.
When do I get that? After the second planet?
You get it in Death and... Oh, no. No, I don't want to say anything.
No,
Okay.
you're definitely, by the end of the game, you're super, super powerful. Or probably like 2/3 of the way
Well-
through the game, you're kind of powerful enough to have fun.
Oh, someone's thinking.
Actually, there's two things I'm thinking about here. When you... I don't want to say anything more because
Okay.
the lightsaber changes that happen during the game are to do with the story. So, yeah, I'm not going to say anything more.
And that's why I put it on story mode, because I got
Yeah.
bogged down, basically, doing too much.
Cool. No, I'll keep plugging on, going through it.
PlayStation console exclusive Stray looks set for an Xbox release.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, that's hilarious.
I want to get that game for my sister. Yeah.
That'd be hilarious if it came out, because that was like the best game ever on the PlayStation when it came out, wasn't it?
Right.
Yeah.
People are going to be so angry.
Funny.
Oh, gonna be good.
We should all
well.
get it just so it goes into the charts at #1, just to annoy the PlayStation people.
Oh, absolutely. Pay full price for it as well.
Yeah, yeah. Just
We'll
get
buy it
chance.
twice.
That's right.
Yep. Just to show the developers that people care.
Yep. And just to annoy Actually, I do it to annoy PlayStation people, but yeah.
Yep. Yeah, that too. I'd do that too.
Oh, you guys are
100%.
funny.
All right, people, let's get out of here.
Yeah, I think it's time to leave.
Cheers, chat
Thanks
people.
guys for hanging out.
Ciao.